Hello, Dr. Katka. Saturday the 12th. My dates are still off. Today, I would love to dedicate our sunset musings and this beautiful sunset to healthcare workers. And first of all, come from a place of tremendous gratitude and create a part 2 reflection here. I did a while ago a part 1 as to so much grace and gratitude going to all healthcare workers right now. And as part 2, I want to invite us all to see if there is another possibility to serve our patients and our clients. I was just part of an event, and this main speaker shared an experience about his wife having a stroke and pretty much having been given the worst prognosis of not either waking up, or if woken up, not being able to talk, walk, and pretty much live her life. And the same was given then to their daughter that they were adopting. And there were a lot of comments from the viewers as to doctors are always taught to give the worst case scenario. And I really had to pause and think about that, because I thought, oh my goodness, that is the truth. We are taught to give the patient the worst case scenario so that they are prepared for the worst case scenario. And also there's the liability. I have to give them the worst case scenario so that if that happened, they don't come back and sue me as a physician. And what's left out of that is everything else, right? Even for me in naturopathic medicine, I do a lot of ozone therapy, and I have been taught by many practitioners teaching me ozone to always let patients know the worst case scenario, meaning you can have Herxheimer reaction, you can have fever, chills. I mean, literally, you can have fever, chills, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, you can be tired, you can have a headache, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so I always used to give them this, you can have all of this within the next 2 hours to 24 hours. So if something happens, a lot of patients ended up having that, including myself when I did one of the strongest treatments on me. And then I thought, what would happen if I didn't tell them? If I didn't tell them all the worst case scenario and started saying, the varieties of experiences, most likely you're going to feel really good and have high energy, have high acuity, lots of new experiences, probably some extra dreams, and just overall sense of well-being, almost like a natural high from high oxygen levels, right? Well, guess what? Many patients started having that experience. How about that? What that goes to show me, and honestly now in this world filled with fear and people dying, losing their life, being afraid to go outside, being afraid to talk to another person without a mask, literally there is so much fear. We are needed now more than ever to step into the other field of possibilities as physicians, as healthcare workers. And I mean, weren't you ever intrigued by the organism, by this human body, and asking, what is it really capable of? What could this patient in front of me accomplish? Can they do it by themselves? Can they walk out of the office and no matter what the prognosis, can they walk out and do it all on their own and literally change their trajectory of their life and heal just like that? Absolutely they can, and many of them have done it. And wouldn't that be so much better if they had the support of their physician, right? If they had our support in maybe even saying, you have this condition, there's certain prognosis there, and we don't know everything that's available. We don't know enough about healing. We don't know enough about when the body aligns with the soul and the spirit and everything comes on board, what you would be capable of achieving in the next few months. Like, could you heal this? You could, because others have done it. Others have done it. Why couldn't you? Like if patients walked out of our office with this hope and having their physician behind them, their healthcare worker behind them in the field of possibilities, I mean, oh my goodness, where would we be today? Instead of the standard of care, having to say all the worst case scenario and literally giving them a prognosis that has come from some kind of studies, then we don't even really know how they were performed, if they were right. Remember, all the studies are really set for a certain outcome that is then achieved. And as we're going to share the sunset a little early today, because it is a cloud right there. So as oopsie daisy, as we're enjoying this sunset, it always reminds me of a tremendous gratitude. Just remembering there is so little I know as a doctor, and there are so many possibilities when it comes to healing and what our organism is capable of. You know, this lady, this wife of the speaker with the stroke, she literally walked out of the room smiling and talking, going to adopt her daughter that she was told is not going to do well, is not going to speak, and is not going to have a proper development. That daughter is now running their household really in a healthy way, because this mom kept telling her, you are powerful and you're going to achieve everything, anything you want to achieve, from day one, until the daughter started repeating it to themselves, to them, to the family. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing if we as physicians gave the opportunity and the option of any condition being healable in a way that we may not even know quite yet. I mean, if I look at what my patients have accomplished, what they have managed to heal when they were told they cannot, I mean, how do I know? What do I know? How do I know better than they do just because I have, 10 years of medical school and 20 years of practice? It's all learning from the books and the boxes that our medicine has put us into. I mean, once again, it's about empowering the human body and the human condition in such a way that they then can step into their profoundness and allow the organism to literally reset and rewire. I mean, I have seen it. I'm not making this up. I've seen it. And as we're enjoying the sun, I just want to say tremendous gratitude for the sun, for the human body, for the experience that we have been given. And I always ask, I want to be surprised by what's available. I've always believed that there is so little about healing that we truly know. We come from the place of mind and physiology and anatomy and pathophysiology and all those studies that come from the level of the mind. And we have forgotten to bring the frequency, the energy frequency of the soul and of who we really are into the mixture. Right? Wouldn't that be amazing if we allowed for that? And if we could support our clients and patients from the sidelines, just cheering them on, even though it's like, okay, I don't know what's available, but I am seeing you doing something amazing there and your body is healing. It's like, okay, I'm here with you. What do you need? What do you need? I'm here. It's so much easier when there is a space available, when there is somebody supporting us and cheering us on. It's available at any given point, and it takes so much courage and determination and energy to push through the box of limitations that is put on us, coming from the patient place, put on us when it comes to what is available in the healing realm, right? I know. The sun is just a beautiful reminder, because the photons are really, our cells communicate through hormones, through neurotransmitters, through different, metabolites, and through photons, the energy of photons. It's like birds, the flock of birds, how do they know to fly one way and the next within milliseconds? Like they all know, just like the fish. Our cells know, they communicate through the same electromagnetic frequency. And if we can plug into that and support that, oh my goodness, sky's the limit when it comes to healing. That's what we're about. That's what the next, several years is about, is stepping into that. I would love to invite all the healthcare workers just to really just open up to that and create a network. Thank you, son. Create a network that will allow for people to step into that in an easier way.